What's up YouTube, Phoenix DD back again with yet another Black Clover Phantom Night video. Oh, let's see that. Okay. So this is gonna be a let's talk video. Yeah. So essentially we're just going to be talking about Tower of Dreams and also what global Bandi has done, slash what the global side of the game has done, which, you know, it isn't right by any means. So I think we'll start off with that, and then we'll end the video off on a lighter note and talk about Tower of Dreams and units you can bring and units you can swap out and things of that nature. So we're going to get started with what Bandi has done, and you know, as we all know, I'm just gonna do some random stages. I'll do this, but like okay. So I maxed out her, which is fairly recent, but I won't do her showcase until Wednesday. Yeah. So Wednesday I will do her showcase, so then we can talk about the banners that dropped as well. And yeah. Just to actually we can do PvP since I need something just to play, just so you guys are somewhat entertained while I talk about what Bandi's done. So as most of you have known that if you play the global version, then you know, change that. I want to swap. I don't know who I want to swap for this. Okay, this is really unprofessional. This is my fault. I guess I'll just swap out Yami. Yeah. I probably shouldn't have, but it's fine. What relic did he? Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Also, this is my PvP team. I know I really don't show it off or like record PvP, but you know, here it is. We need something to talk about. And when it comes to PvP, you guys know I'm aiming for a top 100, but since the game did decide to like cut out that one day, I think it might be cutting out now. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna try that again. But anyway, while this is loading, you guys do know that a lot of people got scammed out of their rewards. I really don't know what to say, but you know, as long as we try to keep making comments on Bandi stuff, social media, maybe even create a petition. You know, shout out to Z for making that idea. But I don't think that's ever happened for the JP side of the game. We usually get our defense quest ranking stuff fairly quickly. No, 1,000. I guess we'll aim for top 1,000. But yeah, people are really aiming to get finish off the devil swords and stuff from shop, which I pressed that button already. I don't blame them because it is a really good relic. But anyway, to my knowledge, this is kind of like the first time they've done something like this, and I really don't know how to address it. It really sucks, and I really hope those on global get compensation. And like, kind of our hands are tied because I really don't know what to do. Best thing we can do is just reach out to other communities and try to get some people to help us, you know, get some attention about this. I do know that, you know, I guess we all know, if you play Dragon Ball Legends, before the anniversary, I think a month or two, they decided to ban people that use vendors, that use kind of third-party apps to play their game, like Nox, BlueStacks, and things of that nature. And mods, of course, but I don't remember if some innocent people got banned in the process. I think so. But if they're able to mass wipe a game like that, they should at very least know how to properly handle things of this nature. And yeah, I'm just outright saying that I don't think what they did was right, because I do know people who are in the top 10 or so, top 20. Nate from the Discord, shout out to you. She was in the top 20 and she just got cheated out of her rewards. And I know Ace Kage Adam, he didn't get his rewards either. Secret X, if you know him, his link to his YouTube is in the description below, but he can say that he barely tried and got around 2,000. So yeah, we know it's a problem. This game is kind of killing itself slowly. It really sucks that that's happening right now, especially since I think it has so much potential. A lot of people like Black Clover, but the game just isn't that well, so I don't know what they could do to, make up for this outside of just giving people the rewards they were promised, or just compensation for everyone in general. I really hope they don't use this whole, oh, COVID-19, there's a disease out, we can't meet up with everyone as an excuse. Because, it really just seems like they said, okay, intern, ban all the people that you think are modders. And they just said, all right, bet. And ban majority of the people that play, so. I really hope that wasn't the case. I really hope they actually do something. And, yeah, I don't know what else I kind of have to say or need to say, but I really don't think it's right. They could have done this a lot better. Yeah. I don't think anything they've done was right. It really sucks for the people who got cheated. All I can really say is, sorry that it happened to you. I'm not really sure, kind of like what else we could do to just speaking as me, I don't know what else we could do to kind of help solve that. And as you see, PvP is kind of nothing. There are some teams that you could just get by without using an arcane arts. Well, my team, of course. Yeah, I only really go for 42-point teams because these teams with 10k power and more, kind of hard. But anyway, let me get back on topic. Yeah, I really can't think of a thing or scenario that kind of helps outside of giving everyone compensation. And I know that this will make a lot of more people kind of quit the game, not want to play, move over to 7 Deadly Sins, this, that, and the other. Yeah, this really isn't the move. Hopefully they can redeem themselves by making Global have a really hype half anniversary. At the very least, that's something I'd love to see for them to do, because I do think Global has a chance of being, really good. They just need to work out some kinks, because it's not like people aren't playing the game. It's not like people aren't putting money in the game. They just need to pay more attention to that. That's fine. But anyway, after this PvP game, we're going to swap the tower, and I'm going to talk about my tower team, kind of the role for every unit, since, JP Tower is a lot more difficult than... Wow, no one got stunned. JP Tower is a lot more difficult than Global Tower. And I think I swapped everyone around as well. Probably didn't. So, we're just going to slide on over to tower. Last time I believe you guys saw me get stuck on 46, I believe. Somewhere around here. But now I'm at 52, so team I've been using has worked. Shout out to San. I'll link his Twitter in the description. This is the team I was using. This was kind of I use it to clear 51 because they had about 3 HP left, so I was using Valkyrie Just Noel, Spirit of Zephyr Uno. Where is he? Alright, I can't. Nozel. Nozzle. Her. Yeah, her and that. So this is the team I was using. Yeah, this works. Okay, so this was the team I was essentially using. None of them have gems. So I'll say that. If you do put gems in them, they will become a lot more viable, so... Sorry. So, okay, well... So, Valkyrie Just Noel. Her AOM gives attack and defense for a short time, as we know. And, of course, the ranges on her skills are what makes her extremely viable for this for me. You'll come across a lot of enemies that just hurt you constantly, and this helps a lot. Relics for her, I don't, because it doesn't show up on that screen. I'm using Savior's Sword and Hero Flag. Very standard items. You can kind of use the same thing, or you can kind of use whatever. You're pressing the wrong button. Spirit of you can replace her with pretty much any crit lead, in my opinion. If you have Tag Leona, she works as well. An added bonus of just using her is that she does give defense. So that way the unit you have on the front line doesn't die as quickly. Spirit Dive Uno. So he's the AoE unit that I'm essentially using for this. If you have Julius, he works perfectly fine as well. and any other AoE unit that works. So, as you can see, he buffs speed. I'm pretty sure Julius does buff something. I don't remember off the top of my head, but Julius is a great replacement for him. Relics that Spirit of Zephyr, I keep on wanting to call him Spirit of Zephyr. SDUno has is the classic Spirits, Savior Sword, and Hero Flag. I'm pretty much running that on most of my units until I don't have any left, which I really need to farm more of. So, the wild card on this team is Nozel. So, I know you're thinking, why are you using him? I will use him in the showcase, but I did talk about him before that at max level, so level 100, his AOM does give everyone that's on the field crit. So, I'm using him as sort of the crit giver on this team. Instead of going for Leopold, since I don't really want to use him in tower, which is understandable because he is bunched with everyone, and that kind of hurts him in a way. I will explain more why. But outside of that, his skills are solid. He's able to raise his own attack. You don't care about the formation, but he's solid. He essentially gives crit. So if I had White Day Finral, for example, I would use White Day Finral instead of Nozel, but sadly I don't, so I use Nozel. Yukata Marileona works as a leader as well. You just kind of want a crit giver. So here I have a solid AOM leader. I have an AoE unit. I have a crit giver. That's kind of like what you need damage-wise, in my opinion. That will help you get far in tower. Now I am using Tag Charlotte. So just as a showcase on her, it went up today. Mainly using her because her heal will be valuable. So you're going to be taking a lot of damage, and what you hope to do is hopefully kill 2 enemies or so and kind of have constant healing. So I do have Defense Julius, but he's not level 100, so I don't really want to use him for healing. Outside of that, her skill 3 is very good range. Her skill 1 is also very good range. Her AOM won't be relevant. The tag ability is just does damage. So I have another hard hitter on this team. You could easily replace her with someone like Black Divider. I know I have Black Divider. I'm not using him, but this is just an example. Black Divider. I'm running Tag Marileona. Just anyone that kind of does more than one thing. You can even use Dwarf Charming, but she's very viable for this as well. And because Dwarf Charming also lowers stats, so lowering stats will be a godsend, since most enemies kind of resist abnormal conditions, sadly. And as my tank, I am using Tag Black Ostenyami. And why? It's because Buff Ban is such a good ability. So if you summon for them and if you manage to get them for later on in tower, they will be incredible. Buff Ban is just too good. So if you run any unit with Buff Ban, so Reincarnation Dorothy, them, Vanessa and Rouge, I believe they have it. I think one other unit has it. I don't remember who off the top of my head, but Buff Ban will be so crucial because I believe the mages that are on brooms, they buff attack and speed for at least this one, and stopping that will be essential. They also have a solid skill one where they take a buff, so that is so just for the start of the game, let's say the mages do get the attack and speed buff off, then you're able to take that buff away thanks to your skill 1, making Black Ostenyami a lot more viable. Some people were saying they're a mediocre unit. No, they're a fantastic unit. And skill 3, fixed damage, you can never go wrong with that. As well as they are a tank because of their tag attack. I know it happens randomly, but they can give themselves dodge, which is crucial. If you're able to negate damage in any way, shape, or form, take that unit. So someone like Julius, you can replace them for someone like Julius. Healer Witch Queen. Maybe even, well, no. Regular Witch Queen doesn't really have the stats to live up to this. If she gets her 7-star soon, maybe, then she will. But outside of that, no. And for Nozel, I know Global hasn't had Rill's defense ranking yet. And it's a sensitive time to talk about defense rankings, but I am using Rill's Feather along with Marileona's Gauntlet. It's a solid item that gives attack and speed. And as we know, Rill's Feather increases red and blue crystal drops. If you want a replacement for that, then I Then free to play, there's an item that drops extra red and blue. You kind of want both since the formations I'm running. I keep on messing that up, but formations I'm running are Black Bulls version 2 and Turtle. You get Turtle formation from Heath. I believe it's the top one. Nope, messed that up. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and tag. It's the bottom one. Move. Yeah. So here is the turtle formation. 0.4 for defense, attack, defense, speed, and 0.5 for speed. So it's very good. It will passively increase Nozelle's speed, so he's able to get more blue and red drops when paired with Merleon as a weapon. And you see here it has 0.5 for, I believe that's frequency. So, well, not frequency, but amount. So you do want that feather. If you run more than one, I guess it's okay, but I really wouldn't. And it gives you invincibility for 3 charges, which makes it a lot more viable than what most people will be using, which is Aqua Deer. So Aqua Deer does have a little bit more when it comes to frequency of drops, but I do think that isn't really worth the extra, where is it? That isn't worth the extra charge. And they both give the same amount of invincibility. I just think this is better because you get 3 instead of the usual, 2? The 2 from Aqua Deer. So we're going to try to do 52 live. I might die, but I will take this off of auto because it's essential that all of your units kind of stay alive. Well, not auto, but ×2. It's essential that all your units stay alive. So taking it off of ×2, because just in case they decide to do an AoE attack, you don't want anyone to die, so that's why you swap formation kind of as soon as you see it. Okay, see? Like, that is a perfect example. And kind of as soon as you get the chance to swap back to Black Bulls, swap back. And then you just kind of need to monitor the enemy to make sure that if they do try to attack you, you can just quickly swap to your invincibility formation and not have any issue. You do need to watch about when. So this would be a great time to swap back since they're about to use AOMs on me, or well, Arcane Arts. When it comes to lifesteal, because it's invalid, they only gain 1. Then we go back to this formation, and that should give us enough to do an AOM. This team kind of is sadly at the mercy of waiting for Nozelle to get his secret art off. Or well, his arcane art off, sorry. That's kind of the whole thing for this team. So now that 2 people have their AOM gauges filled, we don't really have to worry about that. And kind of the goal for this team is to just kill them in one fell swoop. The invincibility item probably has worn off now. We have speed and attack. Yeah, we ran out of invincibility, so we kind of just have to do this now. She should be able to heal herself, but right now we're just waiting for Nozelle to get his. Okay, now we can do this. Our crit buff, or crit damage buff should still be active. Just in case it isn't, you can just swap back to here. It really shouldn't take that long for you to be able to swap back. And then you could just use your AOMs. So this is the tactic I've been doing since floor 40 something. Since 46. I really didn't do that much, but you know, AoE. The more AoE you have, the better it will be and quicker you can take out your enemies. There we go. We were able to lower their speed thanks to Spirit Dive now. I probably should have used Noelle's skill first to lower defense. And Charlotte is stunned, so we can't do much here. Okay. And she will heal someone, so that is fantastic. do that with fixed damage. So we probably aren't going to live this, but it's fine because we can do use other teams. Raise attack and defense. Okay, well. And like I was saying before, what's her name? Valkyrie Dress Noelle should be the next banner to drop for Global. Her and Nozel, I have not... Ooh. So we were able to put a dent in them. Hopefully the next team will be able to finish them off. That's kind of like my quote-unquote secondary replacement team. So I do think Nozel and Valkyrie Dress Noelle will be the next up for Global. When it comes to JP, I honestly think we could be getting Sekirei, and I'm really not sure about kind of what's after that. Ideally, since it is April, they might kind of quote-unquote trap us before anniversary by dropping, Dorothy, Sekirei, and Dark Elf Patry next month. I don't know exactly. I'm thinking. I don't know if they will do anything else outside of that, but, well, outside of clearly awakening some old 6 stars. So we can do Leo, Black Divider, Yami, you, and you. Perfect. Should I move him there? The equipment I'm using for this pair is... Yuno has Black Divider armor and Klaus's bell because it gives him extra large defense. And since he already has 450, I believe. Yeah, he has 450 without any gems, so that will greatly raise his defense. Okay. When I re-downloaded the app, it took away the 7-star effect, so I'm just gonna put those on. Oh, this is already on. Okay. I do like that. Okay, so now we have Yami with the Storm Brooch and Devil Armor. Tag Marileona has Marileona's item and the Relic and then Mirror. I do need to farm more Devil Armor, so while this ×2 is still active, I will be farming that and more Savior Swords. And also, obviously, Honing Doors because I have about 500 keys. So, pretty much same strategy. As soon as it's available, swap to the next formation. Swap back so then you can get more red and blue drops. We should be okay. And the invincibility for Yuno in the very least has given up, or worn off. Also up here, he still takes, okay, well. So we're gonna go to this formation and do our AOM. Give everyone crit. Now we're gonna swap to crit damage. And hopefully they're able to just clear the rest of them. We really don't do a lot of damage, but it's a progressive thing. We might not be able to clear the stage, actually. They just need to use their skills, so... Okay. We were doing a lot of crits. We just need to do as much damage as we can. And it's very hard since they're so tanky. See, the AoE skills really hurt. We can swap here. Black Divider's invincibility wore off. It should come back up quickly. Do this before he dies. And we are extremely close to beating it. I did 20k. Oh, I didn't realize we had 2 enemies left. But Yami's dodge is active. How is it not dead yet? Okay, Yami. Good. And okay. And lifesteal, cool. Okay, so on average, it takes me about 3 teams now to clear one stage, which is bad. If you do have Devil also, I recommend using him because you can stop them from formation swapping. And that is a very useful ability to have. I'm going to move over to my last team, which is New Year's Yami, wherever he is. I'm blind. I'm super blind. I don't know. Okay. New Year's Yami, Charmy, Asta, Fuegolion, and Merleon. Hopefully, also since 1.5 is approaching, I advise everyone to save their super fragments and start farming crests because you never know what type the 1.5 anniversaries could be. So start farming the 90 now, and if you have any units you can boost, then what's her thing? He has a mirror. Okay. If you have any units you can 7-star, then 7-star them kind of as fast as you can, and then save up your materials so you can hopefully do the anniversary units. We don't really know what type they'll be, but we can. That's 2 units. It's 1, 2, 2. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we don't know the type of the anniversary unit, so all you can do is kind of prepare and hope for the best. So we should be done with 52 after this. Tomorrow, hopefully we beat 53, and that's kind of as high as we get for this tower. Invincibility will help us. Wow, Fuegolion's invincibility went way too fast. He wasn't even in the front line. There goes Merleona's attack and crit buff. Now we can swap back. And he's dead. I also, hopefully in April, they give us a lot of rewards. Because I know generally when it comes to anniversaries, they give 3,600, so 1 full multi as first login. So I'm hoping that, we get a lot of rewards by then, so I'm able to 7-star both Merleona and Black Asta, and hopefully do a, 1 year later showcase. So I think that wraps up today's video. This is the second video for today. Don't really know what else to say, but thank you guys for watching. Phoenix Deity here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, all that juicy good YouTube stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.